If you enjoy watching Common Ground online, please consider making a tax-deductible donation at lptv.org. Lakeland Public Television presents Common Ground, brought to you by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota.
My name's Sherseth, and I've been a musician all my life. Finally, after decades of playing other people's music, I finally found myself in a position where I'm able to play my own music a little bit now. They call me Lee-Bone because I play slide guitar, like T-Bone Walker. My style of music is, I really don't know if you could label anything because there are so many influences. So I would say that my music is a little bit country, it's a little bit folk, it's a little rock and roll, it's a little faith-based, it's Americana. It's all the styles of music that developed in America.
All right. Looking for the perfect place to sit, I'm looking for the perfect seat.
I feel so lucky to have been gifted with a skill that I can relate to an instrument. I can pick up an instrument and within minutes be making some sound out of it. I played the tuba, I played violin for years. My very first instrument was the ukulele. I started on that when I was 4. And at 6 I picked up the guitar, influenced heavily by my Uncle Roy, who was a singing cowboy and had a voice like a dream. It was just butter. And my big brother, Walt, taught me how to play guitar. And the first things he taught me on the guitar were rock and roll.
I'm beside you, baby, happy you're with me. I'm looking for the perfect spot.
When I was a young boy in junior high, I had a band. My sister, Paula, they were going to have a house party. And they heard us playing an Elvis song or something like that. And she said, would you guys, like to play at our house party? And I said, sure, And they said, and we'll pay you. We'll give you $30 and all the food and pop you can eat, And so I'm, okay, we'll do it. So we each got $10 and we got to, play music all night, and it was really cool. And then all of a sudden somebody at that party wanted to have another party in a few months, and I ended up as a 13, 14-year-old playing all these house parties in White Bear Lake and Montemedi, Willerny, North St. Paul. And then that led to teen centers. And that led to hobnobbing with older guys that were in bands and them saying, you should get an agent. So, okay, we're going to get an agent. That sounds interesting. That sounds like big time, Next thing you know, me and my buddies, we went down and we found an agent. We went into St. Paul, we drove up to an agency and went in and they signed us. So I went from being somebody playing house parties to being a guy who would get phone calls from agents.
There you go. All right.
I play anything from a farmer's market to family resort to a brewery to just a bar. It's a wonderful part about being a musician is that you actually do get to touch people on such a deep level. It's great. It's really satisfying. I don't have any venues that I play where they're just saying, come on in and play all your stuff. They still want me to come in and play Lay Down Sally and, After Midnight and all these songs that are important to those people, but they've never heard me before, so they just want to hear what they know. And I could let that bother me, and I could, force things down their throat, and it's going to be this way. But I've changed my whole stance on that. I'm not the most important person in the room. Some people are in the restaurant or the bar or whatever, and they're having a discussion about their life, and they don't need me to be yelling at them, telling them they're having a good time. but they need me to play songs that create a nice atmosphere. And I hope someday that I can walk on stage and hear nothing but requests for my own music.
Hey, this is about love life. This is inspired by my wife. You gotta pick up a cup of cappuccino, baby, if you wanna wake me up in the morning. And you pick up a cup of cappuccino, or I can siesta without a warning, alright.
I've written a lot of songs about how much I love my wife, you know. But I love a lot of people and have grandkids, and we have 5 daughters between us, and they've been the inspiration for songs. When I look out and I'm playing one of my songs and I see toes tapping, there's a joy in seeing it affect people. Or say I've made it to the second chorus of the song and people are singing along and they've never heard the song before and they've only heard the chorus once before, but they're singing along. I think that's cool. I could never be bored with an instrument. I could never be bored. There's too many juices in here that want to create something, you know, too much that needs to be said. Chuck Wahlberg said when he was recording me, we're almost at the end of recording the albums, and I came over with another song. And he said, oh no, you know, not another one. And I said, yeah, this one's got to go on there. And he says, you will never have writer's block. We don't have to worry about that, you know. And he's right. There's too many influences. There's too many things that just push me that direction, make me want to write. Music, it brings out so much emotion in people, and everybody's different. And so the fact that you can touch a whole throng of people with a song when they're all taking it their own way, that's pretty cool. That's really neat. There are 3 places that I feel really, really comfortable. In a boat fishing, in the woods hunting by myself, and on stage. I've been on stages ever since I was a little boy. And I walk on a stage and that's mine. It's my room. And wherever I'm playing, this is mine. I'm so comfortable on a stage now. And I remember when it used to be just awesome to set your foot on a stage. You know, I've played in Italy, I've played in Israel, I've played in Greece, I've played in Spain. Everywhere you go, you're making people happy. What could be better? All my tax returns have said musician/entertainer on them. But for decades, there was always a secondary job, you know, something that I did during the day, whether it was handyman work or painting or something. And then when I was 42, everything changed. My health kind of hit the skids, and I was putting in 8 and 10-hour days at day jobs, and then rocking and rolling at night. And it got to be so difficult. And I literally could not do both anymore. I had to pick one or the other. And because of the health reasons, job prospects aren't that good, you know? So I sunk more into the music, and I decided I just have to do this. To finally find people that not only said, hey, I want to record what you wrote. There were other people that said, whatever it takes to get this made, here. They hand me money and say, make sure, get your CD made. How wonderful. How wonderful that there are people that love the arts so much that they helped me, you know. when you put your heart into something, and you lay it out there, and after decades of doing that, and nobody cares, they just yell, you know, give me 3 steps, free bird, or something, you know. They want to hear their songs, and to all of a sudden have somebody come up and say, I want to hear what you wrote. I want to hear how you play the blues. And, you know, that is so satisfying. I am blessed.
I'm wondering what the next year will bring. Did I settle down and finally plant some roots? Or will I put it to the test?
Music is a gift. It's a kind of gift that isn't meant to just be played on your living room couch. It is meant to be shared. It moves people. I've played at assisted living places. And one time I was playing at a place down in Brainerd. And I was playing for about 11, 12 people. And this one little lady was in a wheelchair. And she was not present. She was in her own world. And I'm playing my songs, and some of the people are getting into it and stuff. And I shifted gears and I played an old song called Sioux City Sue. And this little lady got up out of her wheelchair and danced and sang along on the chorus. And the staff that was there, that had wheeled her in, they were just amazed. They were so overjoyed that she had had this moment. And it happened because my Uncle Roy and my brother taught me how to play guitar. And I learned how to sing because I wanted to sing like Uncle Roy. And I was able to, all these years later, make that lady's day. That's why I play. That is, it started out as a selfish thing. I wanted to play because it made me feel good. It tripped my trigger so much to be able to get through a song when I was little, and all of a sudden have 20 songs that I could sing, and all of a sudden have 50 songs that I could sing, and all of a sudden have hundreds of songs that I could sing. And to watch that little old lady in her own world all of a sudden get moved to movement and to get up and enjoy that song. Oh, that's why I play. And that's why I will always play, you know, because it is meant to be shared. It's absolutely worthless if you just do it for yourself. It means nothing. And I want it to mean something. I don't want it to, all the time that you put into music, learning the skills and learning the techniques and being influenced by all these wonderful musicians over the years. And it all means nothing if you just play for yourself. That's why I do it.
If you enjoy watching Common Ground online, please consider making a tax-deductible donation at lptv.org.